So you folks already know that the mortgage industry offers you a great career, very satisfying career. You can help people out with their financial goals and you can make a very nice income for yourself, not only to be able to live on a good income, but to be able to have extra money that you can invest for your long term and your family's long term financial security. The two worst things, though, that you can do in the mortgage business is number one, get a consumer moving forward on a transaction for which they don't really qualify for. And the second worst thing you can do is to miss out on finding a way to give an approval to somebody that actually does qualify for the mortgage and to have them go somewhere else and then let the word get around that you couldn't get the job done. Somebody else could get the job done. Now, your company is considering purchasing the complete 1003 solution for you to help you avoid these two problems and to get you up to speed very quickly in terms of underwriting guidelines. But they're concerned that you won't apply yourself, that you won't put in the study time to actually make use of the investment that they've made in you. Now, you already know there are thousands of pages of mortgage guidelines, and they don't cover every scenario. There's a lot of places where underwriter discretion comes into play. Now, certainly you can search the guidelines every time you have a question, or you can ask your boss, your manager, your colleague. If you have a question, you might have a help desk. But the big risk is that there's something you don't know that you don't know. And therefore you overlook something. And you either hurt a consumer by approving them and getting them moving forward when they don't really qualify, or you fail to realize that there's a way to properly structure the transaction and you don't get that done for them. So what the Complete 1003 does is it immerses you to learn to properly structure mortgage transactions and to make all pre-approvals be strong that actually qualify to close. It's interactive. So going through this solution, you learn in the same way that you'll learn when you're actually speaking to an applicant. We've reviewed over 60,000 underwriting decisions, and we found the 154 places where underwriter discretion can come into play. And so you'll see all of those in the same way that you will when you work through a real application with a real borrower, and your mind will be trained to learn to ask every question that you need to ask, even if you're not sure of the answer. The biggest risk is that you'll forget or not see that there's something that needs to be asked and you forget to do so. And when the underwriter asks you to go back to the borrower and check, you'll find out that in fact they don't really qualify for the loan, or because you failed to ask something, you'll turn the borrower down and they'll go somewhere else and get their mortgage. So this is the quickest way to use this solution to make sure that you don't hurt anybody or hurt yourself by damaging your reputation in one of those two ways. Now, it won't last forever, this training. In 30 to 60 days, if you put in the work, you'll appear to your customers and your referral partners to the beyond your days of experience in the industry. They won't even realize that you're new. At the same time, you will have access to the program for an entire year. We do constantly monitor for any agency changes, and we also keep up to date on all the discussion boards and the Facebook and the LinkedIn groups to see if any other discretionary topics come in. And then we add them instantaneously or almost instantaneously, usually the same day, to the software. So we do that for all the 5 agencies: Fannie, Freddie, FHA, VA, and USDA. And so this tool can get you up to date quickly and keep you up to date for the whole year. So if your boss comes to you and asks you if you'll use it, it's a real benefit to you. They're paying for it. So just let them know that you're willing to take advantage of their investment in you, and it'll work out really well for all of you. Good luck in your career in the mortgage industry.